I would like to welcome Professor V.K. Kotkar sir. He is with us for describing one more important topic of fundamental of research methodology. As far as sir's introduction is concerned, sir is working as a assistant professor in Chinchwad College of Engineering and Research, Pune. Sir is having a rich teaching experience and sir has published many research paper and also did many patents and copyrights. So today's session is how you can submit your research paper in good repute journal. That is very important in order to complete your MTech thesis, because you need to submit 2 paper. So I would like to invite Professor Kotkar sir to proceed the session.
Okay. Yes, thank you, ma'am, for introduction. Am I audible properly, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Yes. Good afternoon to all students. I'm just sharing my screen.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Yes. Is it visible, ma'am?
Yes, sir. It is visible.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. So this is our session number 3 in this national level workshop on fundamental research methodology. So our today's topic is how to submit research paper in a good reputed journal. So in previous 2 sessions, you see that how to prepare a research paper. In last session, you just see that how the different terminologies regarding the papers. But here we will discuss on a very important thing, and that will turn our paper into the published mode. So how to submit the research paper in a good reputed journal. So firstly, from this title, if you see, you know that what is research paper, how to write it. But here there are some different many journals are available in the market. So out of that, which is good, which is reputed. So how you decide that, and what are the different indexings are available, different standards are available in the market. So here in this within 1 hour span, we will discuss on that. So see here in this session, I will just cover here where to publish the research paper. Yes, you know the different terminologies, different things, how you prepare a research paper very nicely. Second thing is publication process, how we publish the paper. What is reputed journal, how you decide that which is good and which is bad. Yes, then how to check it's reputed journal or not. Then what is impact factor, then what is indexing of that journal. Then at last we will discuss on Scopus, Web of Science, UGC Care. These are some well-known indexings are available. So mostly in your colleges also, you told that you just publish one paper minimum in Scopus standard, one in Web of Science, one in SCI, one is at least UGC Care. So these are the different indexings are available. So how we publish our papers in these different indexes or standards. Then lastly, we will discuss on plagiarism. So what is plagiarism checking? What are the different free and paid software tools are available to check the plagiarism? And at last, I told you in last slide how to avoid the plagiarism. Yes, we know that what is plagiarism, different software tools are available. But if you know some other things at the time of preparing a paper, if you avoid this thing, then your plagiarism will be less. Okay, so in this session, we will discuss on that. Firstly, first slide is where to publish the research paper. There are 2 different ways to publish your research paper. Yes, you prepared your paper, you're having your abstract, then introduction, literature survey. Then you know in first session that sir told you regarding how to prepare or how to create a research paper. That paper, that research paper will be published in 2 different things. First is in the conferences and second is in the different journals. So conference, I think you know that. What is conference? Conference means the different colleges or maybe some institutions can just arrange or organize the conferences. Firstly, you send your paper to that conference. Then in that conference, some reviewers are there. That reviewers can review it. And then at last, you need to publish or present your paper in their location. in that college, in that institute, or mostly maybe online is also possible. So conference, it means that you need to send your paper. Your paper will be reviewed by the well-known reviewers, and then you need to present it. You prepare one PPT slides and you present your topic, your paper towards the different supervisors. Then second way is the journals. In this journal, the process is different. Again, you submit your paper or send your paper to the journal. Then your different reviewers can review it. And lastly, you got your acceptance. And after getting acceptance, you just pay their fees. And here in journals, there is no need to present your paper. So it's the main difference in between conference and journal. In conferences, you need to present your paper. Okay, and in journals, there is no need to present. Your paper will told all the things about your topic. Okay, so different levels are available for conference, state level, national, international, and in journals, national and international journals are available. So where to publish your research paper? In conferences or in the journals. So in this today's session, we will discuss on, we are concentrating on the journals only. Okay. So next is publication process. So we will discuss only on the journals. So these are the different steps I have just enlisted here. One by one, firstly, select the journal as per your topic and domain. Yes, n number of different journals are available. Out of that, which journal is suitable for your topic, which journal is suitable for your domain? Firstly, you decide it. Yes, if we decide that this journal is suitable for me, then step number 2 is submit paper in the journal template. So what is template? Template is nothing but there is a specific format of that journal is available on the website of that journal. You download it, that Word document is there, you download it, and as per their guidelines, you just paste your all the data in that template. Okay, then reviewers review the paper and check the plagiarism. So that journals are having some different reviewers. They are from other different universities, maybe institutions or different organizations. The reviewers are very well known and they are very expert in their domains. So domain wise, that reviewers are assigned to that journal. So our paper is just reviewed by one of the reviewer from our topic or our domain. And parallelly, your plagiarism is also checked. So after completion of reviewing process and plagiarism process, they replied you the review comments from the reviewers. So as per that, you modify your paper as per the reviewer comments or the suggestions and send updated paper. So firstly, we send our paper, then paper is just checked by reviewers, and parallelly plagiarism is checked. Plagiarism means they check you are just copy and paste from another papers or from internet. They just recheck or verify all these things. It means that checking the plagiarism, and then that suggestions will be given to you. Then modify your paper as per that suggestions, and you again resend that paper, your updated paper. Then again that reviewers can recheck it. Yes, all the modification, all the comments are modified in that paper. So they given you a acceptance of that paper. If your paper is accepted, then you need to do the registration. So send final paper, copyright form, and processing fee paid receipt. So that journal is having their processing fees. Okay. Again, there are two types of journals are there, paid journals and free journals. If your journal is free, then there is no need to give any fees. Okay. It's only a free of charge. Or some of the journals are taken the charges, processing charges, then we need to pay it, and then at last to do the registration. After sending all these details, your paper will be published. So how we see that our paper is published or not? You go on the home page or the website of that journal. There are some different issues or the archives are available. So if your journal is bi-monthly publish the papers, maybe yearly, maybe half yearly, as per their rules, that you check their issue, and in that specific issue your paper will be published. Okay, this is a simple process to publish our paper into the journals. So in these 7 steps, I use some different terms. So in next slides, I will told you what is plagiarism, what is indexing. So we will see on that. What is reputed journal? Yes, we know that there are different 7 steps are available to just publish our paper in the journal. But how you decide what is reputed journal? So reputed journal means publish the consistent content at consistent intervals. So what is the meaning of that consistent content? It means that your proper contents as per your paper, your consistent interval means as per the rules of that journal, maybe by month, maybe half yearly, yearly, as per their rules, they consistently publish their papers. So that journal is consistent. First point. Second is considering the impact factor from journal citation reports. Again, second parameter is what is the impact factor of that journal. That impact factor, again, I will show you one slide and how that impact factor is calculated. What is impact factor will be discussed on that. So first parameter is that journal is consistent. Second parameter is impact factor. Then third is offer a smooth submission system, clear charges, rigorous peer review, and good production values. So smooth submission means if you are interested to submit your paper, so how to submit? If they told you a very rigorous process to submit the paper, then we are not selecting or we are not preferring that journal because it takes more time to submit and reply. So again, one parameter is smooth submission system. Second is clear charges. So if you don't know what is the exact charges to publish, and if they ask you at last you need to pay the $200, $300, then it's very much amount for us. So your charges, processing charges will be clear on their homepage. And rigorous peer review. That peer review is nothing but in that step number 5 and 6 I told you, your reviewers can send you the review comments. After getting that review comments, again updated paper will be verified by that reviewers. That process is also very clear, transparent, and very fast. And good production values. So if the journal is consistent, then their papers will be published regularly and they got the different citations. So as per that, these different parameters we decide that that journal is reputed. And up to these points, up to these different parameters, we add again one parameter, that is indexing. So we will discuss on that. So what is reputed journal? Consistent, impact factor, and all these processes are very clear. How to check it's reputed journal or not? Yes, we know that what is reputed journal, but how to recheck it, how to verify it? So firstly, these 5 points with you check that which is the publisher of that journal. Yes, we know very well-known publishers are available. So Springer, Elsewhere, Wiley, Nature, we know that, Science Direct. So these are the different publishers are available in the market. So out of that, which publisher is for that journal? It's not limited up to this 4. Okay. Other than this, more other publishers are available. So as per that, first point is publisher. You check that who is publishing. Second is peer review. Yes, learning to comment on the work of others in a positive or constructive way. If you send your paper towards the journal and that reviewers, yes, reviewers from other organizations, other institutes, and they are very well known in that specific domains, particular domains. So they are taking our papers, our topic, our methodologies are positively and constructive way. If they are just taking negatively, then it's very difficult. Okay, the reviewers are also positive and constructive. It see that paper and it provides you a constructive modifications. Then this second thing is also available, peer review. Then editorial board, determine they are from established universities worldwide, established researchers in the field. Yes, that you check that editorial board of that journal, who are the present on that current present editorial committee, and as per that, and they are from which countries. So again, it shows the reputation of that journal. Indexing, yes, published article to be discoverable. Yes, as I already told you in last slide that that reputed journal or every journal is having indexing. So that journal belongs to which indexing? It may be SCI, Scopus, Web of Science, or UGC Care. So indexing, you check that. And last point is consistency. Check recently published issues. As I already told you, in that home page on the website, you check recent issue of that journal. If that journal is just bi-monthly publish it, it means that after every 2 months it published one issue. Then in 1 year, it published 6 issues. So you check at least recent 1 or 2 issues of that journal, and their published papers can again indicate the reputation of that journal. Okay, you check some 1, 2, 3 papers that are already published by that journal recently. So by verifying that papers, published papers, we decide that that journal is reputed or not. So as per these different parameters, after considering this, we decide that journal is reputed or not. Okay. Yes, we are having paper, we are having the journal name, we decide that it's a reputed or not. Yes, we got one reputed journal name. Then what is the next process? See here, then we recheck the impact factor of that journal. Yes, I think out of you most of are heard about the impact factor. Every journal is having the impact factor. How to decide that impact factor? Who decides it? Yes, that journal decides it, or there is any another agencies just decided impact factor. So we will discuss here the average number of times articles from the journal published in the past 2 years have been cited in the journal citation report year. So JCR year is there, journal citation report year. So that year is start from your February to January. That our financial year just start from April to March. Similarly, JCR year is start from February, March to the up to the January end. So that average number of times article from the journal published. So how many articles are published within that 2 year span, last 2 year span, and how many papers are cited by the other papers. By using that formula, the impact factor will be decided. So I'm just giving here one example. So just consider here the journal ABC. Okay, the journal name is ABC. 2021 impact factor of this ABC journal is suppose 12.47. Just assume here one journal is ABC. In 2021 their impact factor is 12.47. How that 12.47 is calculated? So there we require two values. First is this 5076. What is this? Total of all the citations from 2021 articles to ABC articles published in the, it means that in 2020, in 2020 and 2019, we have already published some papers. So that last 2 years published papers getting some citations, that digit is your 5076. Into 2020, 1971 papers getting the citations, and in 2019 3105 citations are there. So by just add this 1971 and 3105, you got 5076. 5076 is the total number of citations are got to that papers are already published in last 2 years. So first digit is the citations divided by this 5076 is divided by this 407. Total of ABC articles published in last 2 years. How many articles you published? In 2020, 195 articles are published, and in 2019, 212 articles or papers are published. So the addition of 195 and 212 is the 407. It means that 407 papers got the 5076 citations. So what is citation? It means that these 407 papers are used by other authors in their papers. They are referring our paper and they refer our other concepts from our paper and they include in their paper. It means that they are cited us. So 407 papers are cited in 5076 citations are getting there for this paper. So after dividing these two digits, you got the 12.47 is the impact factor of your journal. And every year this impact factor will be changed. And by considering the impact factor and that parameters I have already given you, you decide that journal is reputed or not. And this impact factor is also considered at the time of giving an indexing by the journal citations. So this impact factor, this calculation is not required for you. I just give you one simple example here. What is impact factor and how it is decided? We just recheck this impact factor on the home page of that journal. You go on the home page or on the website of that journal, you got the impact factor. So just check that and you decide. So not only consider the impact factor, consider their indexing also, because most of the journals are not having any indexing. They are only having the Google Scholar indexing, and they are publishing n number of papers, and they got the more impact factor, maybe 19, 20, 16, 14. So you does not consider only impact factor, you consider that other parameters also. Next is what is indexing. Yes, this word I'm using many times from last 10 to 15 minutes. What is indexing? So indexation of the journal is considered a reflection of its quality. Yes, I already told you indexing is very important. So it reflects the quality of that journal. Indexed journals are considered to be of higher scientific quality as compared to non-indexed journal. So that if that journal is maintaining their quality, then parallelly it needs to maintain the scientific quality also. If that journal got the 100 papers in a day, then if directly 100 papers are published, then it's very difficult. So if they are having peer reviewed process and they decide only selected papers to publish in their journal in their next issues, then it maintains their scientific quality also. Then what are the different indexings are available? Out of these, most of you know about this: Google Scholar, Scopus indexing, SCI, Science Citation Index, Web of Science, UGC Care, PubMed, EBSCO, DOAG, Copernicus, MBAS, SciMac-JR, OpenJGate, ISI indexing, base, etc. So different other different types of indexings are also available. So out of these, generally, as per our post graduation, if maybe as per your university rules or regulations or your institute regulations, if SCI, Scopus and UGC Care are mostly required for indexing is required for our post graduation. So we will discuss on Scopus, Web of Science and UGC Care. So I practically show you here how to recheck it. So I think at least you know that what is indexing. Then Scopus indexed, Web of Science index and UGC Care, because in our academics we required only Scopus, Web of Science or SCI and UGC Care. So I show you here Scopus indexed. You go on the scopus.com on this website. On Google you just write down there www.scopus.com. You got this type of homepage. Here in right hand side, two links are available: author search and sources. How to recheck that paper is available in the Scopus or not? That's why I just show you here practically. You go on the home page of scopus.com, then you click on sources. In this sources, title, publisher and ISSN. As per your requirement, as per if you are having the title of that journal, you select your title. If you are having the ISSN number or the publisher name of that journal, then you decide it and select that tab. So title, enter title here. If suppose I just consider here one name of the journal, circuits systems and signal processing. If suppose randomly I'm taking here, yes, circuit systems and signal processing, the journal name. You click on find sources. Below you got that journal. Yes, source title is our journal name. site score, highest percentile, how many percentage of that paper publishing category, citation, documents, or so we required only this. You click on this name of that journal, then it shows you the details of that journal. So here, if you see Scopus coverage year from 1982 to present, this journal is currently having the indexing, that is Scopus. How? Because they mention here from 1982 to present, this journal is available in the Scopus. Okay, and who is the publisher for this? Springer Nature. Their ISSN number is given here. Then how you decide that the journal is available in the Scopus? But again, here one point I told you, in this details of the journal on the scopus.com website, if this source homepage tab is available here, it means that this journal is covered by the Scopus. Okay, it's authenticated. You does not just copy and paste this name on the Google and you go on that homepage of that journal, because currently many different clones of that journals are available. Okay, so clones of that journals are available. That's why you just follow this step. You go on the scopus.com website, sources, you fill the details of that journal, you got this type of information, and you just click on the source homepage. Then it directly diverts you on the homepage of that journal. Then you submit your paper from here. If in most of the times, if you search the title of any journal, it shows you all the information, and here from suppose maybe 1985 to present is given here for other journals. But here this source homepage tab is not available. Then from my opinion, you does not refer it, because that JCR year is end, and after that they decide how which journals are covered or which journals are, we just provide the Scopus indexing. That procedure takes some time, and in between that, for that specific journal, this shows here from that 1985 to present. Okay, so here to present is available. It means that this journal is in last year is currently present in the Scopus indexing. But if they are not providing your source homepage tab, it means that it is in under process. If source homepage is here, it means that in 2022 it is just considered by the scopus.com. Scopus indexing is given there, and source homepage tab is here. So we proceed to submission of this paper. Okay, this is the authenticated way to see the journal, their details, and submission process of the paper in the Scopus index journals. Okay, then second thing, again I told you, if you have already published some papers in the Scopus indexed journals, then here author search tab is there. Here author last name, you just insert your name. If you are already published some papers in the Scopus, then you recheck that papers are getting the indexing or not. So I'm just mentioning my information here, Kotkar, last name, first name is Vijay, and you just click on search. Okay, after that we are getting here the information regarding that author. So click on that author name. So this site is again under process, so it takes some time. Okay, so this is your author name, and if you see from my experience, I have published some papers in the Scopus index journal. So 7 documents are getting the Scopus indexing. Okay, so here this article number 1, I got the 1 citation. It means that this paper is just used or referred by one other paper. Then this second article, it just cited by other 2 peoples. This paper, third paper is just cited by other 4 persons. Then this paper by 5, this by 7. This paper is just getting the indexing of Scopus, but no one is referred this. That's why 0 citations. Okay, it means that after publishing your paper, you recheck that published paper in the issues or the archives on that home page of the journal. And after some days, it takes 20 to 30 days to giving the indexing of that Scopus paper. And after that, your paper is available here. Then you see that your paper is successfully getting the indexing of Scopus. Okay. If you do the higher studies, then you need to show here this your paper is getting the indexing or not. Only published paper is not accepted. Okay. This is the another way of Scopus. So we proceed for next. I think you understood what I told you regarding Scopus index journals. Second standard is Web of Science. So from where we recheck here for Web of Science. So if you create an account, then it shows you a detailed information regarding that journal. If you're just interested to see that journal is available in the SCI or Web of Science or not, then you just write here that journal name. Same journal I am just search here, circuit system and signal processing. Yes, this journal is having Scopus indexing also. Here I am just interested to search that same journal is having Web of Science indexing or not. So just click on search journal. Then circuit systems and signal processing. Yes, all the information is given here. Web of Science core collection, SCI expanded, SCIE indexing is available for the journal. It means that the same journal is also having the indexing of Web of Science. Yes, so it's a very simple way to recheck here. So this second site is clarivate.com. For Scopus, we open the scopus.com website. For Web of Science or SCI, we go clarivate.com. Yes, if you are interested to note down this thing, note it down. First Scopus, scopus.com, and for Web of Science, clarivate.com. Okay. Then if you're interested to see the more details of this journal, then you just click on view profile page. Okay. And again, one thing I told you here, most of the journals are having the same names. So at that time, the confusion will be there. So you refer the ISSN number of that journal. You recheck that ISSN number of that journal that you have seen in the Scopus, or you are having that journal information. You verify it, that same ISSN number, then you proceed. Okay. And if you're interested for detailed profile, then you need to just do the login here. I'm having already this, I have prepared this login details here. So that's why it shows you journal website. Yes, visit site, you click here. Then the journal is published, started from 1982. This is the bi-monthly, yearly, 6 versions are there. Issues per year 6. From which country or region is, and their language is English. Then it shows you other detailed information regarding what is the journal impact factor, then JCR, JCI. So all the detailed information is available if you just log in to your details. Otherwise, they show you this required information, that journal is available in the Web of Science or not. Okay. Then third, UGC care. So for this UGC care index journals, you just go inside the ugccare.unipune.ac.in. So this is the standard website for UGC care journals. On this home page, just select here title, ISSN, publisher, subject or language. Okay. Out of this, which information you are having that journal. If suppose you are having the title of that journal, then you select the title tab and search, enter search value. I'm having one journal name, that is Dogo Rangsang Research Journal. I'm just considering here one UGC care journal name. So just type here that journal name and click on search. It shows you UGC care list. If that journal is available in the UGC care indexing, then it shows you this information. If this information is given by this website, then it means that the journal is available in the UGC care list. Okay, it's very simple process to recheck that journals are available in the Scopus, in the Web of Science, or in the UGC care list. Okay, again I repeat that. Okay. Scopus for scopus.com for Web of Science, mjl.clarivate.com for UGC care, ugccare.unipune.ac.in. So these are the three standard websites for verifying or rechecking that that journal is available in that specified indexed or not. Okay. Then our last point of our session is plagiarism checking. So what is plagiarism? Okay, in first and second session, you in this workshop you learn how to write a paper. At that time, at the time of preparing or creating a paper, yes, you know the template. Firstly, you need to prepare an abstract, then introduction, then literature survey, then methodology, then result and discussion, and conclusion and references. So in this template, chapter wise, we need to prepare the paper. So at the time of typing or preparing a paper, you just refer some papers, other papers that you told that as a base paper or maybe some different references. So you read out that, and then most of the students are just copy and paste from that papers, existing papers. So it's not a proper way. You just read out that paper, from that paper, which things, which topic, which paragraphs are important or required for you for referring. Then you read out and you type it in your own language. It's a first way to avoid that. Okay, we will see in next slide how to avoid it. But what is plagiarism? If you just copy and paste one paragraph in your paper at the time of plagiarism checking, I have already told you in step number 3 in the publication, your reviewers giving the comment and parallel plagiarism will be checked. They check that similarity of your paper. It verifies that these contents are available or you have just copied from other papers or from other websites or not. So plagiarism checking or content similarity detection is the process of locating instances of the plagiarism or the copyright. So that software plagiarism tools are available, they directly shows you from which paper you copied it, from which website you copied it, from Wikipedia you just copy and paste it. So it provides you the locations or the instances of that plagiarism. Okay, within one document. That document is nothing but your plagiarism report. So plagiarism checking is nothing but your checking or the content similarity detection to scan for matches between your text and existing text. So one by one word wise, it checks that how many words you copied and paste from that website. It's not only check the paragraphs, word wise it shows you these 3 words you copy and paste from this. So it's a plagiarism checking. So what is the process to avoid it? Just see here. There are different software tools are available for plagiarism checking. So I have just enlisted here. If you're interested, you just take a screenshot of this. Turnitin, Authenticate, QuickText, Writer, DupliChecker, CopyScan, Grammarly, FlagScan, Viper, Unicheck. So these are not only limited. Other than this, more n number of different software tools are available. If you just type on Google plagiarism checkers, then it shows you again some free tools also. But out of this Turnitin, Authenticate are the paid plagiarism checker software tools are available. Mostly in most of the institutes or the organizations, this Turnitin is used. Okay, so out of this, some are the free, but mostly Turnitin is used. Okay, so this Turnitin software tool can recheck that similar words, similar paragraphs, or from which resource you just copied and paste these things. Okay, then I show you. I'm having one report also. Just Yes. Okay, this is the plagiarism report from the Turnitin. This is my thesis. So I just show you. At last, after rechecking that, it shows you this type of similarity on the last page. Yes. So on last page, if you see here, 3% similarity index. So originality report is just given here. It means that 3% data I just copied and paste from other resources. So it shows you from this website 190 words you copied and paste. From this site 114 words you just copy and paste. From this paper 90 words you copied and paste. And from this given NCBI website you copied and paste some words. So it means that this type of similarities they given here, and in your paper they show you this type of color schemes. Just see here. They highlight here camera, comma, dome, camera, comma, pan. These words just copied and paste. Yes, it just highlighted here. And this 23, it means that 23 numbers tab. At last, I show you that different. So you just refer that on 23 resource. You copy and paste these contents. So similarly here, color wise, it shows you for 6 number, this brown color is given here. For 23, blue color. In this thesis or in this paper, from 6 number resource, which things you copied and paste, it shows you in the same color. So blue color for 23 and brown color for 6. Similarly, 32 for this color. So if you copied and paste, it shows you color wise. Resource wise color is just assigned here, and green color for 5. Same here. At last, if you see 5 green color, 6 brown color, 3 blue. So color scheme is given to that resource wise, and it shows you this 3%. So I just told you, if you are preparing a paper,
Sir, your voice not audible.
Sir, voice is not coming.
hello,
Yes, sir, it is audible now.
Yes.
hello,
Yes, sir, it is audible now.
audible. Okay, yes, thank you, ma'am. So just see here, out of these tools, Turnitin is a paid software tool for plagiarism checking. Yes, free, other some different free tools are also available. You refer it, but mostly paid journals are provide the more accuracy. Okay. Uh, okay, I told you at the time of preparing a paper, you just refer the different papers or websites, but you write down in your own words. That is very important. Yes, and if you are preferring the Scopus or SCI journals, then up to 10% or 15% as per the journal's requirement, it is allowed, the plagiarism is allowed up to 10% or 15%. So why this 10 and 15% is allowed? Because in that paper, some common words are there. If, for example, to, the, than, because. So these are the different words. So that's why they allowed you 10% or 15% plagiarism in your paper, other than your technical things are in your own words. It's a required thing. Okay. And at last, I just told you how to avoid the plagiarism. At the time of just preparing a paper, you concentrate on these 5 points. So your plagiarism will be automatically lesser than 10 or 15%. So first thing is cite your source. So what is cite? So I just show you here. if suppose in your paper you referred in references 15 papers, so you just mention that paper number 1 and paper number 2. From that two papers, if suppose from paper number 1, if you consider some concept or you read out it and you write down some things or one paragraph in your own words from that paper, then at last of that paragraph you mention this in square bracket 1. It means that you have just informing to the reviewers of that paper that I am just read out or referring that reference number 1 paper, and or that link or website have just read out and I have written in my own words. If you just giving here reference number, then there are less chances to give a plagiarism, because you honestly told that from reference number 1 I have just read out and I have written in my own words this thing, and it is required for me. Okay, so first point is your cite your source. That is citation. Cite is nothing but citation. Second thing is include quotation. Okay, if in your paper, if it is required to quote something in a single quote, double quote, or comma, as per that technical requirement, you use it your quotations. Then if suppose you copied and paste from one paragraph from one any paper and there is no any quotation, if you provide the quotation, it means that it directly shows that it is not copied and paste and you have just did something in that paragraph. And third point is paraphrase. As I have already told you, paraphrase is nothing but you just read out one paragraph and you write down in your own words. Present your own idea. Yes, some of the things you collect from previous existing methods, previous existing papers, but you present it by adding your additional things inside the paper. Then it automatically lessens your plagiarism. And use a plagiarism checker. Yes, at last, after preparing your paper, you just recheck it from any plagiarism checker, then it shows you some similarity, you avoid it, and then at last your plagiarism will be as per your requirement, maybe 10% or 15%. Okay, and last I told you, at the time of preparing a paper and submitting a paper towards the journal, you write down the paper in your own words, then 100% chances of your paper will be accepted in a particular index journal. So that is one last quote I just told you. You prepare your research paper in your own words. And from this session, I told you what are the different indexings are available, how to recheck it, how to decide which journal is reputed, and can I proceed towards this? Is this journal is suitable for me as per my domain, as per my topic or not? So I think from this last 45 to 50 minutes, I told you something regarding this topic. Yes, thank you. Thank you very much for listening me. And if anyone is having any question, any query, please ask me. Any small thing, please ask me, please.
Is anybody having any questions?
Hello.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Actually, I want to say, sir, what is the sense of 5076?
Sorry,
इम्पैक्ट फैक्टर में आपने पढ़ाया था ना 5076, वो मुझे सेंस का समझ नहीं आया क्या था उसका मीनिंग, क्या था उसका इम्पैक्ट फैक्टर में.
Yes.
इम्पैक्ट फैक्टर
This no? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So again, I repeat this. If suppose consider here your journal name is ABC. In 2021, the impact factor of this journal is 12.47. So firstly, what is impact factor? Impact factor means it's one of the performance measure. Okay. आप डिसाइड करो यहाँ पे कि आपने एक जर्नल डिसाइड किया है एबीसी नाम का. यस, ये जर्नल रेप्यूटेड है या नहीं. तो हर साल उस जर्नल के लास्ट 2 ईयर्स के डेटा को कंसीडर करके ये डिसाइड किया जाता है कि ये जर्नल उस इंडेक्सिंग में रखना है या नहीं. अब हम कहते हैं कि मुझे स्कोपस इंडेक्सिंग जर्नल में जाना है, तो वो जर्नल हर साल अपने प्रीवियस परफॉर्मेंस के ऊपर ये डिसाइड किया जाता है कि ये जर्नल स्कोपस में रखना है या नहीं रखना है. SCI में रखना है, वेब ऑफ साइंस में रखना है या UCCAR में रखना है या नहीं, इट डिसाइड्स बाय जर्नल साइटेशन रिपोर्ट JCR, और ये हर साल चेक करता है। तो अब यहाँ पे एक एग्जांपल मैंने दिया, ABC नाम का जर्नल है, 2021 में उसका इम्पैक्ट फैक्टर है 12.47। सो वी रिक्वायर्ड टू वैल्यूज फॉर कैलकुलेटिंग अ इम्पैक्ट फैक्टर। फर्स्ट इज प्रीवियस 2 साल में उसने कितने पेपर पब्लिश किए, कितने लोगों ने उसके पास पेपर भेजे, उसने रिव्यू किया और उसको पब्लिश किया, फर्स्ट पॉइंट। एंड सेकंड पॉइंट इज जितने पेपर उसने पब्लिश किए उन पेपर्स को कितने दूसरे लोगों ने यूज किया, रेफर किया, उसको पढ़ा और अपने साइटेशन रेफरेंसेस में डाला। ये 2 वैल्यूज मुझे चाहिए। फर्स्ट वैल्यू इज 5076, जो मैं यहाँ पे दे रहा हूँ, मैंने अप्रोक्सीमेट ऐसे कंसिडर किया है कुछ, तो 5076 वो क्या है, साइटेशन, मतलब 407 पेपर मैंने पब्लिश किए उस जर्नल ने 2 साल में प्रीवियस। तो 2020 में 195 पेपर्स पब्लिश किए, 2019 में उसने 212 पेपर्स को पब्लिश किया, तो इनका एडिशन हो गया 407। तो प्रीवियस 2 साल में 407 पेपर उसने पब्लिश किए और इन 407 पेपर्स को 5076 जगह पे साइट किया गया। तो इन दोनों का आप डिवीजन करते हो तो आपको मिलेगा 12.47। तो ये हो गया उस एक साल के लिए 2021। वैसे सेम थिंग 2022 में कैलकुलेट किया जाएगा। अब डिसाइड किया जाएगा कि उसको स्कोपस में रखना है या नहीं रखना। ओके,
so student, you can type your questions in the chat and also in the WhatsApp message group. So I would like to thank Professor Vijay A. Kotkar sir by giving this token of appreciation, a kind of certificate given by SIRT Excellence from the Department of Computer Science and Engineering. And also in absence of other speakers, I would like to give thanks to Professor S.S. Gerde sir and Professor Puri sir for giving such a valuable lectures on research. So in the last, I would like to invite our head of department, Dr. Kalpana Rai ma'am, for vote of thanks. Kalpana ma'am.
Thanks, Sneha ma'am, for inviting me. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Good afternoon, sir.
गुड आफ्टरनून।
Good afternoon. Namaskar, sir. Good afternoon, all of you. On behalf of Department of Computer Science and Engineering, SIRTE, I would like to extend my gratitude to all the speakers, Professor Vijay Kotkar sir, Puri sir, and Gardet sir, for accepting our invitation for these 3 days national workshop on fundamental of research methodology. And I think that what we want, whatever the objective are, this workshop is satisfied. Actually, we want all these participants are MTech students, sir, and we want that they are facing the problem in publishing the research paper. So, in your today's session, you very well explained in a proper manner and in a simple language. You explained very good how to publish the paper and how you find the indexing and how to search that the particular journal is authenticate or not. I think the students definitely get the benefited from this session and all the others two previous sessions also. So thank you very much, sir, once again for accepting the invitation. And thanks to all the participant students for attending this 3 days workshop and getting the knowledge. But I am requesting you, please kindly use this knowledge in your research work. Then only I can say that this 3 days workshop is successful. Okay, sir. And finally, last but not the least, thanks to Professor Sneha Soni madam for organizing such a nice workshop. Thank you, Sneha ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Garde sir is also in the meeting, ma'am. I think Sanjay sir.
Welcome, Garde sir. Yes, Garde sir. Am I audible, sir?
I think he's not having. So I think, ma'am, allow us to end the session. Student, if you have any question, you can write it on the WhatsApp group and also on my personal. And also,
sir also shares his number and mail ID also.
Yes, ma'am. You can directly contact them also. Thank you so much. all the participant, all the faculty members, and all the expert for sharing valuable time with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rai ma'am. Thank you,
Thank you.
Soni ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.